Everyone, today's verse comes from Psalm 15, verse 4, which says, "In whose eyes a vile person is despised, but who honors those who fear the Lord, who swears to his own hurt and does not change." So this verse kind of comes from a psalm. I'd like to say, in a sense, it's describing an ideal worshiper, or someone who is really like walking in the way of the Lord, we'll say. And so it's kind of something that we should see the characteristics in the psalm and apply them into our lives. But the one I kind of want to hit on is verse 4. I think the first kind of two sentences are just kind of who we surround ourselves with, what we let influence us. We shouldn't let the actions or the influence of the wicked influence us. A vile person, we shouldn't let their influence on our lives. We should speak life to them, speak the truth of the gospel, and plant the seeds, but not let what they say, what they do, impact our lives and affect us, so that we're doing those and we're repeating their actions, because that goes against God and His law. But we should instead honor honor the Lord and fear the Lord, and those who fear the Lord. We should honor those who fear the Lord, and we should walk in the ways that they are walking. If they are walking with the Lord, we should follow them and let them influence our lives, because then we will be influenced to walking with the Lord as well. It's much better to surround yourself with people who will help you grow, and people who will, in a sense, bring you away from God. And so we want people who will help us grow to God. And then the last thing is like a promise. Making a promise and not changing on it, not going back on it, even if it hurts. Even if it costs you a lot, even if it's like don't go back on it. We see God always makes a promise. He made a promise to Noah that he would never flood the earth again like that, and he hasn't since for years. He hasn't flooded the earth and wiped out basically all of humanity. Like, he promised Noah that, and he's kept it. And when we make a promise, God is our witness, and so when we keep that promise, we are honoring God, and we are also, in a sense, trusting His plan for us. That He will guide us. And so I just encourage you all to follow the ways of the Lord. Surround yourself with the people who will help you grow, instead of the people who will bring you away from God. And don't go back on your promises. Trust in the Lord and honor Him. And yeah, have a wonderful day, guys. Jesus loves you all so much.